Bleeding Roots. A game about bleeding roots. It's a game. Yeah, let's go. I guess it's time to bleed the roots. Let's start. I guess it's time to bleed the roots. Let's start. Spring. Mouse click. WSAD. Okay, stand controls. Thank you, developer. Let's just go back to sleep, and it's too early. Which buttons do I press? Which buttons do I press to go back inside my tiny cement house next to a giant cement building? Each step is bigger than the other, man. This is huge. Check mail. It's one of her letters. It's been a month already since she moved out. The house feels emptier. And? Do you want to read it? No. The first time in a horror game where the protagonist sees a note and doesn't read it. The gate. I have no reason to get out today. I mean... Blue poppy. You literally watered around the plant. Blue poppies tend to be linked to the memories. When I look at them, I remember the ones planted in my schoolyard. I always thought it was cool how they didn't seem to care about the kids running over them. No, I think they did. Okay, what is this house? Aloe vera. What, my skin? Yeah, water around the pot, not inside the pot. What are you watering? The pot isn't going to absorb the water. Aloe vera are used widely for medicinal purposes. It leaves contain a gel that can treat wounds of various kinds. No, not really. Protecting the skin and helping with healing. Again, not really, not really. I wish I could help people as much as you do, buddy. Can water again? Oh no, only water once. I mean, I didn't even water them. Okay, what is this up house? I'm gonna attach a bunch of balloons to my house and fly away. This is a very long house, man. This house is long! Okay, it isn't that long, actually. It's a perspective. But you know, it's like one Viking long house, like a cement house. Are those bones? No, clothes. Wait, is this a house or no? Can water with wood? No. Finally, I got the plant. Asphodels are so nice. Just by looking at them, I feel at ease. I wish I could show them to someone who could understand that feeling. I can't understand the myth of them appearing in hell. You can't understand the myth of them appearing in hell. What? Hold on, let me Google this actually. It's a flowering plant from the asphodel family. Okay. Thank you, Wikipedia, for the information that the asphodels are part of the asphodel family. In Greek legend, asphodel is one of the most famous plants connected with the dead and the underworld. Described as covering the great meadows that haunt the dead. It was planted on graves and is often connected with Persephone, who have crowns crowned with a garland of asphodels. Its general connection with death is due to no doubt the greyish color of its leaves. Oh, okay. And yellowish flowers, which suggests gloom. And apparently it's good against venomous snake bites. And it preserves pigs from diseases. By the way, I like when you Google this plant. 90% of the Wikipedia article is like citation needed. So apparently they're grain depressing. That's why they belong in hell. Well, that's big. I won't miss that, definitely. I almost missed 90% of my water on that. Okay. I read lilacs represent domestic happiness. I remember having some of these in my childhood home, taking care of them with mom. It takes me back to my roots. Literally. What, your mom was a... I have a dog? Your mom was a plant? Can I water the dog? It has been empty for years now. Maybe I should get another pet. Maybe if you give the dog some water, it would be alive by now. No? Do you think every day I come, I'm like, here, doggy, here's some water. I just sprayed a can all over the lawn and the dog is like, what? By the way, what's this water over here? The drain pipe? See, a draining pipe. They really drained me. The first flowers I had in my garden. Back then I just thought they were pretty, but now it almost feels like an old friend that is watching my back. But wait, can I just mention, I love the bouquet of flowers in certain corners, just by themselves like that. What is that about? I always loved how lavender smelled a while ago while walking through the neighborhood. I saw some and I couldn't resist myself. They seem healthier than ever. Good for you. Also, what if pet is gonna be a human by any chance? See? The Spanish Kilroy. You just have a shed. A weirdly janky one. Table. No, I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to track the table. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a petal, right round, round, round. See, I fixed. Do you think my character started spinning because the camera is on him? He's like, wait, what am I doing? I gotta keep on going. I guess the player won't realize until I stopped, and then he's like, Josh, give me the papers. What did I need to say? There's a book I found in the library. It talks about alternative ways of taking care of plants. It may sound dumb to others, but they don't lose anything trying it out. The scapa is right here. What do you mean the scapa is right here? Plant seed. What, you gonna put one of your balls in there? Okay, what book in the library tells you to use blood? My dude, which plant? Can plants even grow in blood? I mean, you know, dead bodies, certain plants, but still, it hurts less than I expected. I'll be back later. I should go home now. What do you mean, go home? Also, the blue light, really? What, UV light, just in case? The book has marker I placed on one of the pages last time I read it. The page reads, the blood in our body is what keeps us alive. It is what keeps us growing. It is what moves us. And it is the key to make a flower bloom as no other. Oh, see? I'm trying to create a plant waifu. Good for me. A plant wife. A plant lady. See? There are weirdos every day in different ways. What, from the backside? I come out from the front side, I go through the back side, I don't close the shed, I leave it open, I water my plants, and then it's summer. I only water my plants like a couple of times a year. I moved the aloe vera in one corner, I guess, for some reason. I'm gonna water all around it, but not the plant, you know? Fuck that plant, I hope it dies. Sometimes I wonder why does it grow thorns? Doesn't it want to help others? Because you see, plants are... They want to live, they want to survive. They don't want to die, right? So plants grow thorns against animals. Maybe not effective against insects, but against animals at least. Especially peppers, you know, animals don't eat peppers. It's only humans that decide to stick peppers up their asses and we're like, this is delicious. Just the usual stuff. She hasn't answered. I wonder if she's okay. What, you put your ex in there or something? In the hole? Finally, today the plant gets some water. The blue color is nice, I always liked it. When I was a kid, I think I remember it being my favorite color. Yeah, I can tell you're a very boring person. So I water my plants once every 3 months. Right? Lilacs. At least these get the water, I guess. They seem to be growing better back when she still lived here. Yeah, but what about the planks of wood? Careful, you might get some water in your plants by mistake. I've read more on this. Supposedly they cover the meadows of hell where people who didn't accomplish anything in life end up in. They don't look as nice today. Do you think the plant is offended? They're like, what the fuck is your problem, man? It's insulting us! What did we do? The smell is slowly getting more rotten. They're getting bigger every day. And yet they don't look as happy as they did before. What about the dead dog? Is it happy? It will take too much work to take care of it. Oh, okay, then don't. It took you like 3 months to say I don't want a dog now? The flowers of a forget-me-not. The flowers of a forget-me-not look like eyes to some people. I began to notice it. It makes me a little uncomfortable. Oh, that's what the plant is called. Right, what here? Is the Spanish Kilroy... Okay, the Spanish Kilroy is still doing fine. Yeah, put your can right in the middle. Yes, somebody kicks it. Why not? Oh! The plant's slowly getting bigger. I guess the book was right. I haven't seen this type of flower before. He's so excited, he just has to give a little spin. Here, I'm gonna give a little spin as well, man. What? Oh, I can still move. The book has a mark I placed on its pages last time I read it. The page reached the roots of a plant bleeding to the ground, which should be painted green and make the world beautiful again. I'm so excited I lost all body control. Yeah. I grabbed the scalpel. Out of sheer excitement, I lost all control of my body. Is this like that movie, The Happening? I'm gonna stab the plant? Oh no, okay. There, take my blood, baby. Every 3 months, take my blood. I'm trying to like how the blade feels. Okay, don't make this weird, man. Don't make it... You know, it's like when somebody... when somebody buys a wife from overseas, and they're like, she's gonna love living in my basement with my parents. Oh, what happened to the aloe vera? What, we ran out? The divorce papers came in. I don't want to look at them. Well, whose fault is it now? Let's be honest, man. Whose fault is it? You're being a real weirdo. Lately, all I can think about is when I look at them is the impact I had. Is anyone ever even gonna remember me? Oh, trust me, they are. They are, trust me, they are. Especially, you're known as the guy who can't water his plants in the neighborhood. You can heal so much pain, and yet you can't help me. What about the giant tree? No, fuck the giant tree. We don't need to water the giant tree, huh? Go outside? I keep feeling myself getting less and less interested in going out. Why would I leave my garden? To work, to buy food. Oh no, the crows! Yeah, buy crow better. See also more clothes. In a worse way. Okay, what is that? Just the entire soup? I never got to tell Mom how much that garden meant to me. Wonder if those lilacs still wait for us to water them. Dude, what? What's wrong with you, man? Also see the camera angle change today. Well, 3 months, 4 months later. I wonder if when I die I'll wake up among these. At least then I won't be lonely anymore. Please, touch... I'll tell you to touch grass, but honestly I think it's a war crime to touch grass for you. You're a grassophile. What's that in the corner? The smell is intoxicating. I wonder if they'll stay after cutting it and placing it inside. Lavender this late? You should have done that months ago, man. I don't need another thing to leave me. Dude, I read out the dog is gonna be like, woof, you're being weird with plants. Or maybe the dog, in fact, is gonna go, woof, you're being weird with plants. I can feel it staring at me with those unblinking eyes. Even friends can betray you, it seems. Your wife cheat on you, man? What's going on here? Balls! There appears to be a box full of tennis balls on the street. One of them says, Tommy! Probably a dog's name. Hold on. Okay, I'm having Alzheimer's. I swear I played a game with a dog called Tommy, didn't I? Hold on, I'm gonna Google this later. I think... Wait, is this the same developer? Okay, I'll find out later. Probably a dog's name. I like to imagine the guy's like, hey, did somebody speak? And I'm like, yeah, boo, I'm the streamer, I'm speaking. Now shut up. I remember there being a shady pet clinic in some... Yeah! No, wait, is it the same developer? I remember there being a shady pet clinic in some back alley not far from here. They're probably from there. No clue why they would need so many though. Is it the same developer or is it a reference? Wow, what are the chances? By the way, what is this? I have no idea. What, fungus growing in the walls? Why? No. See, the flies. Ah, the blue light! Strange plant. Yeah, what? Give it away. The plant has grown and it's beautiful. I give it my blood as per the tome's instructions, and my blood breathed life into it. It is now a semblance of me. You look terrible. Yet it's an insufficient one. I can create something far greater, far more entrancing. I must pick up the shovel. Okay, do you know how to pick up the shovel, or is that gonna be a problem? Oh, finally you worked, man! I'm going to need this. I wonder if the book can help me more. You didn't read the entire book before you did this?! Okay, I have to say, 90% of horror games would not happen if the person read the entire book before they did something. But here we are. Careful, don't damage the roots. I dug the plant out, and? He's gonna scream? What? It now mirrors me. Expelled from the life it was meant to have, its beauty lies in contrast to its incompleteness, a twisted reflection of my own soul. But now I see the truth. No mere seed can serve as a vessel worthy of this blood-tainted soil. The earth craves for something far deeper. Don't talk about your mom like that. What, you gonna bury yourself? They just got a piece of you? That's a lot of blood, boy. Drink up, winter's getting closer. Okay, Game of Thrones, thank you for the information. Not only do I love plants weirdly enough too much, but I also watch Game of Thrones. Do you think I'm a person who loves after season 8? Ha! Winter. See the full spectrum of the year. Symbolism. Oh no! It couldn't even save itself, how pathetic. The plant is in a pot. It can't grow, it can't, it can't spread its roots, it can't do anything. And my character decides to insult a plant randomly. It's like pathetic, like Skinner from The Simpsons. Pathetic. There are multiple unpaid bills waiting. Okay, just to be clear, you're gonna end it all, right? There's nothing out there. See, symbolism of the plant inside. I don't remember their color. What, you have also Alzheimer's? No wonder your wife, girlfriend, and mother left you, man. You're a real catcher, aren't you? I'm surprised it survived as long as they did without water. Yeah, you're right. You're honestly very right. You're very right. The plants that keep on missing survived so far. It got what it deserved. Yeah, you too, man. See, the water is still wet in winter. It has no smell anymore. It's useless now. Just like you. Such a waste of time that was. Its eyes aren't moving anymore. I hear something in my right ear. Oh, it's a sled, see? Dude, how do they even allow this in your backyard? And why did it close behind me? What are you doing? I just want to read the book! I've already read the book enough. My child! Oh, I wanted to have a baby, but she didn't want... Is this entire game about wanting to have a kid, but when your girlfriend says no, don't get me pregnant? I can hear them pulsating underneath, calling to me. They beat with my breathing. They beat with my heart. It's a drumming that won't stop. They are talking to me, inviting me to join them. I was lost for so long, but I now know what I'm searching for. There's no one thing to do. What, get naked and throw yourself in there? I was once a blind man, hopelessly fumbling in the darkness. But this fragile, precious thing has opened my eyes to a beauty far beyond what I could have imagined. Its roots bind to the earth, unable to leave, yet still growing. It's always reaching, but I know it will always be incomplete. I know what's the last step. I have to take it myself. You're like gonna remove your clothes and plant yourself in the soil? Bury what? Oh, I'm burying myself! But how am I burying myself? You had 4 writers for this game? Developer, what do you need 4 writers for? But how am I burying myself? I didn't understand anything from the ending. So I'm looking up, or maybe I'm inside the hole, or maybe I'm not inside the hole, but how you... Why does it feel like the entire ending is just a cop-out? Anyways, G2G, Bleeding Roots, thanks so much for the developers, much appreciated, thank you. I definitely bled to death in my brain with the roots of this game. Anyways, G2G, Bleeding Roots, it's a game, it was definitely one of them games. Let's see how big the game was. It was like 100 megabytes, it's fine, I think, for 100 megabytes. I definitely don't think it should be 100 megabytes. Like, I've played games that were more content than this, that were like 50 megabytes. But yeah, I think it's a reference to Canis, I think. Didn't I play that game? Or am I just imagining that I played that game? Q-Bird, Heartman, a whole bunch of things. Okay, whatever on the screen was on the screen. What about textures? Maybe something interesting here. Okay, really nothing to mention about the graphics. Is this the developer by any chance? It'd be so fun if it was the developer. Okay, so on the books was this, demonic. See demonic books with plants. But what is the accomplishment? Like, what did you accomplish? I don't understand. No, not the character, you know, symbolism, whatever, that's a whole different story. I mean, the book itself. Like, what was the idea behind the book? Like, just grow a blood plant? Like, grow extra hearts for transfusion? I don't understand. Like, somebody sat down and made a book on how to summon a blood flower that, like, has a heart, you know? Like, honestly, shittiest demonic spell ever, honestly. Bleeding Roots, very positive. It's a free game on Steam if you want. Bleeding Roots is a free 15-minute horror game about a man taking care of his plants throughout seasons. And it's made by Mechanikoi and Louis Rizzi. Is there one game here? Okay. It's a free game at least, so I can't really say too much about it. It's indie. Avoid this game if you have depression or prone to self-harm. I don't know how many people are self-harming themselves for a plant, but okay, man, whatever. Best gardening simulator, pretty simple, not scary but eerie. It's free and it's short, app title. Sorry, but it's not for me. Controls are bad, graphic is even worse, story kind of lame. Audio, what audio? I enjoyed this game. My wife said the reviews get 100 likes and gets 50 awards. She'll buy me a case of beer. Guys, help me out. See, funny, comedy gold. How many likes do you get? 8. I guess you'll never get that beer, man, this year. Okay, anything in the discussion page? Let's see. Maybe pictures? Maybe somebody saw something in the picture section? See, it's a ball, serving up for ball. Yeah, it's a reference. That was actually a reference. But why? I don't understand. Is it just a reference? Dogs. Yeah, it's by Puko. Yeah, it was a Puko guy. Yeah, this one. Kanin, in here, and in here. No, yeah, it's Puko. Yeah. I don't know why this reference. When did this game come out? Bleeding Roots. K9 came out like, okay, 2023. Well, not even 2023, like even before that. Okay, it was in quote-unquote early access or like demo, whatever, like all the way in 2022. This game came out, it came out this year. Oh wow. Oh my god. You know what this game feels like? It feels like that fishing game that I played a while ago. Very, very long ago. Not very long ago. Like, yeah, honestly, it feels like that, like a 2018 game or something. So I was very surprised it referenced this game. I was like, well, the dates don't match up. It must be the same developer. But no, it's apparently this. Okay. Tennis balls. See, what's the meaning of balls? And this is why I don't think this game has any lore, okay? I know someone out there is going to be like, this game has lore and explanation, but honestly, the ending kind of ruins it. First of all, I have no idea how this game has 4 writers. Okay, this is such a simple game that literally anybody can write the story. It's like so basic, but it required 4 writers. I guess each writer wrote a different day or something. Like the Ghostbusters movie, you know, 2016, where just everybody was doing whatever. But anyways, tennis balls. It's a reference to another game, and here's why I don't like lore in horror games. Because this person is like, to me the game is for representations. I could be wrong, but I think the dog was always put in the position of being a second chance. Maybe he lost out on his loved one, yada yada yada. The box of tennis balls on the other side of the fence was representing more opportunity. He mentioned in the dialogue that they must be from the clinic down the street, and they even have a name on them, Tommy. To me, this felt like a sign. A reason to take the crate back to the clinic. Maybe they have dogs for adoption or something. And use that as a way to start getting your feet back under you, giving yourself a new purpose. The fact that they're on the other side of the fence is just out of reach. Could also be a representation of the mental barrier set in our mind, preventing us from reaching out to the loving anyone again. That's what you... Somebody wasted money giving this guy deep thoughts. And apparently it's just from another game. And of course the developer, you see the developer comes in and is like, the developer played 13 hours of their own game. I'm so happy for you, man. The developer comes in and is like, we made this so everybody can interpret it in different ways. Dude, shut the fuck up. Don't say face, man. Don't say face. You know, that's the equivalent of me. That's the equivalent of me of like putting the great Moonlight Greatsword in a game, and then, you know, just a reference to the sword in a horror game or something, like symbolism. And somebody is like, this means that. And I just come in and I'm like, yeah, it's a reference to Dark Souls, but you can see it however you want. No, you don't. You don't say it however you want, man. That's just a reference. Give it a rest. Say whatever you will, but at least there's one thing about old horror games that I can appreciate versus newer ones. In old ones, if they make a reference, they just own up to it. It's just a reference. That's it. Nothing more to it. Nowadays, game developers are like, yeah, it's a reference, but you can see it however you want to see that reference. Symbolism. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Your ass is symbolism. Okay. Yeah, Jitoji. Thank you for that, developer. I don't know why you guys ruined the ending like that, like so weirdly. Not even rushed.